Hello and welcome to our interview. I'm Seb Perrier and this is Dan Wallace and we're going to talk about our film, Residual. So Danny, what would you expect to see visually in a post-apocalyptic film?
I think what I'd expect visually is a quite dull scene, so weather is important.
Yes.
It's got to be cloudy, not sunny, because unless you're trying to portray hope.
Moody.
But yes, so nice dull scene to portray the sort of atmosphere around being obviously not a bubbly society as we know.
Okay. So Danny, what's the type of kind of character you're ready to survive in a post-nuclear world?
I think the first thing I'd sort of look for is it's going to be a strong character, someone
Yes.
quite resilient. I think they'd also portray quite a lot of cunning as well to be able to survive
Of course.
on their own and in quite a challenging environment.
What's the kind of antagonist that you would expect to see in a post-nuclear, post-apocalyptic world?
Once again, I think cunning is the word here. They've got to be out for themselves, they've got to be selfish and they've got to be
Of course.
working for themselves. So once again, it's going to be a strong character, someone who might sort of portray themselves as a friend, a possible ally, but then
Cunning.
obviously turn back on the main character.
So Danny has actually seen our film, and now we're going to ask him some questions about his response and what he felt about it. So, do you think the main character in the opening sequence is an interesting character to follow in his journey to survive?
I'd say yes. He seems like the sort of character who would find himself in that situation. I think it's going to be interesting because obviously with the closing scene, we don't know how it's going to move on from there. There's a lot of possibilities from there, and I think it'd be interesting to see how he reacts to it.
Yeah. So, did you get the feel of a post-apocalyptic setting as you watched it?
I think apocalyptic isn't the first thing that comes to my mind. There's obviously something wrong because obviously there's not a buzzing society that we
Sitting
used
in a
to.
shed?
He's living in quite an adverse location. He's going out and using the natural environment to survive, and often travelling quite heavily as well.
Yeah.
So, not things you'd normally see, but not necessarily apocalyptic.
Well, this will be my last question to Danny. I'd like to ask you, did the antagonist strike fear into you?
I would say yes, because he doesn't have an identity, he's covering his face. He's very suspicious, the way he acts is very suspicious. He's ruthless, using fire and petrol to kill his opponent, and he's got no intention to cooperate with other survivors.